Hey, everybody. Back again to build more factory. And what are we doing today? First, a lot of talking, I think, because you're going to notice this is going to take a little while longer. That's because I have finished all of my changes for the biofluid network. And we're going to take a moment to go over them. If nothing crashes during this play session, then this will be the package I submit upstream, and hopefully it will be adopted, because I think there's a lot of changes in here that are going to benefit everybody. And a lot of them just kind of makes the biofluid network usable. So I'm not sure what people were doing before, but it wasn't good. Anyway, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 fixes in this. Let's just talk about what I did. There was at first the problem I noticed is that when there was a request, all bioports would launch a Gorbachev. They would all launch a biofluid bot. Every last one of them would go. And that was obviously wrong for a lot of reasons. If you remember a while ago, I was just watching the provider tanks trying to figure out why so many biofluid entities were coming in and just doing nothing, just touching the tank and just leaving. That's because they were being launched with 0 fluid requests. And when they got there, they correctly asked for 0 fluid, and they correctly got it. And then they just kind of did nothing, and that was terrible. So I got rid of that problem. So now when a fluid request launches, only Gorbachevs that have a job to do leave, which means you see them only leaving one at a time, or maybe like in ticks 1 or 2, or sometimes even as the demand comes up. So it's working as you would expect, at least. I put in the newest change is that when a requester tank requests, the nearest bioport will answer that request, instead of just essentially it was just picking a random one. That's not a problem for me, because there's no real difference between being on one side and the other for this kind of setup. But for people that were having bioports all over their base and not a central processing area, it was very frustrating for them for the random numbers just to roll low and the Gorbachev coming from all the way to the other base to service a local line. It was just discouraging large biofluid networks, and I got rid of it. And I think I did it in a way that's efficient enough that it's not going to cause any problems. But again, if we start seeing crashes, I will be walking that one back. There was a problem where provider tanks would go dead, and they would never, ever service their clients. And the only solution for that would be to pick up the tank and then put it back down again, essentially rebuilding it with a new number. I've dug into that problem, and I found that it was because the tank had promised its entire contents to a Gorbachev that was just never coming. And so it was in a state where it thought it was completely empty because its contents were promised out entirely, and that just was not so. And so I fixed that problem. And so I haven't noticed that been happening for tens of hours now, which is good. After that, I put in a new fix that was all my own thought. And that you can see here that this tank is now 100% full. It's got 100K in it. Well, another fix I made is I upgraded all tanks from 20K to 100K, which allows many more Gorbachevs to service a single line, which is a big buff to the system in general, but I don't think it's unwarranted, because it was kind of painfully slow before, and right now there's still nowhere near comparable to direct pipes, so I don't see a problem with this at all. Like, if you have a high throughput situation, there is no substitute for a pipe. But if you have like a medium throughput situation, now the biofluid network can conceivably service that. So that's good. And then on top of that, I made it so that when a tank is 100%, see, like right here, you see this tank only has a little bit of muddy sludge in it, 35K. That is below its threshold. So it will remember, I can only supply right now 25K, and they get supplied in units of 10K. So this knows that it can supply 2 runs. So at best, the system will only launch 2 Gorbachevs at this tank. And so you won't have a whole bunch of guys coming in, reaching for muddy sludge and ending up getting nothing. That just wastes a lot of time. But it had a downside in that when you have a supply like this, where you have just so much acid gas built up, this supply right here is essentially infinite. Because the rate of production of acid gas is going to exceed even swarms of Gorbachevs taking them. So what I did is, whenever a provider tank hits 100% full, that is considered infinite fluid, because I didn't have the technology to read the contents of the entire network. So it's just considered 100% full. And that allows it allows this provider tank to promise as much as it promised to provide as much as the network demands. And so that leads to much higher throughput, as the system will launch many more Gorbachevs at this single provider. And because this provider is well supplied here and with the acid gas producers over there, it will keep up. This again increases throughput throughout the network, which is great. And then after that, there were just a couple graphical problems. There was a bad graphical problem when doing straight vertical pipes like this, because it was drawing the glow layer. It was drawing the glow layer of the graphics set using the incorrect graphics sprite sheet. And so I tracked that down and fixed it. And then the other problem is, in a variety of ways, the south-facing pipe to ground just wasn't working. It wasn't connecting. You would see a gap. And I fixed that gap by overlaying another graphic and just making it tidy and nice. It even has glow associated with it. It's good. And that's the complete change set I put out. I think it is a massive needed overhaul to the biofluid network, because before it just wasn't working that great. And I'm confident in a lot of these changes because I've been using them over the last 20 hours or so. And if everything goes well, I will then put in a pull request for all of this to be adopted into master, and it will be rolled into, I think it's the .43 version of Alien Life. But anyway, that's my book report. This is what I do when I'm outside of Factorio. When I'm inside Factorio, I'm playing Factorio. When I'm outside Factorio, I'm thinking about Factorio. But when I'm not thinking about Factorio, I'm also modding the mod for Factorio. I don't have a problem. You have a problem. You're the one watching this. So let's play the game a bit, and let's hope it doesn't crash on us. So today, I think we have 2 full days of just getting intermediate stuff done before we can start in on nickel. As you recall from last episode, nickel processing. So if we look, we see we just smashy, and then all sorts of mangling of all this ore, and everything is great. We have all of that. The technology is there. We only need to reach out and utilize it. Then we get this problem. All right, we need sulfuric, we got it. We need salt, we got it. We need water, we got it. We need ammonium chloride, we don't got it. We got to go do that. We need aeroflot, we don't got it. We got to go do that. And that requires crylic acid, which also we don't got. And then here's the big problem. We need glycerol, and we don't got it, and there's no good way to get it. So I think what I'm going to do is set up a skin to glycerol line, because that produces a pure product, and then just import skin from the South factory. There's nothing for it. Xylonol we got, methanol we got, syngas we got, just a lot of random stuff. Biofilm we got, boric acid we got everything we need. All right, but that's a whole list of things that need to be done. And in addition, we have our chores from yesterday because we didn't actually finish any of this. So, like I say, it's probably going to be 2 days. And then I have a bunch of stuff I want to do as to do. I want to put in heat pipes, and I want to make drill heads locally and cut that tie to the South factory. All that's fine. let's go do the last thing first. Wire up vanadium to stop when there's no waste vanidates in the system. We have a concept of waste vanadium pentoxide. It's not something you would expect, but because we get vanidates from aluminum processing, and we need aluminum processing to never stop, it means we have to go and find a way to vent the pentoxide. I don't think it's going to happen in practice, but we have to be prepared for the eventuality, or else the factory will shudder to a stop, and we just cannot have that. Like, no factory stop. I think right now, are we jammed on something? Kind of looks like we are. We're not making any pentoxide. We also have to hook this up. What is our problem right now? So right here, there's we have like right there, no vanadium pulp, no vanadium pulp, no vanadium pulp, no blue liquor. How can that be? No vanabins? Oh, no blood. All right, so that's not a big problem. That's just another import from the south, because we are unwilling to harm the creatures of this planet here in the North Base, unlike the barbarians of the south, who will butcher anything for even the slightest advantage. Right now, we have to worry about this tank. This tank is one of the canaries. So when this tank... Ooh, that's a question. Where do we want to measure this? Okay, this will keep it all the way... So when this tank hits 90%, say, then we start authorizing vanadate waste production, right? So there's two questions involved here. Let's see if we can wire this up reasonably confidently. We have to go all the way to the bottom, right? All right, let's do this. Try to do this prettily. Oh, are you off-center? Oh, it is. Oh, that's terrible. Don't look at that. That's not real. I didn't do that. And then... suppose we can just sneak in here somehow, right? Yeah, whatever. We live in an ugly world, and we come to ugly conclusions. And then right here is where our decision point's going to be. So let's wire that up. Let's see if we can compose logic that will survive even a moment of us not paying attention to it. Right there, all you. Yep, we need to know this all the way down here, and then we're going to go up, because that's how we do it. And right here, and right here, and right here, and then right here. So this is the news area right here. We need a decision. When this is full, we want to stop, right? And when we don't have any overflow in, we also want the system to stop. See, what we're going to do is this. I'm going to take all you. This is kind of awkward as it comes down here. And this is going to be overflow right here. Then we're going to jump, and this is waste pentoxide. This is primary production pentoxide, clean pentoxide. Pentoxide you can have confidence in. But right here, this is conceptually lower. It on the great chain of being, this pentoxide it's been found wanting, is cast down into the lower area. It is sinful oxide. So this is what we want to, this is what drains out the vanidates that are coming from the aluminum processing, if it comes down in here. So what we want to do is we want to start and stop that particular section. And I think what we want to do is put in a decider combinator, right? That's what's called for right here. And we're going to decide. And then that goes right there. And this is enabled, enabled. Enabled greater than or equal to 1. Right now we stopped, right? It's right there. She stopped. And now, so we have to decide our decisions where we want to vent. Well, obviously, one of our decisions has to be pentoxide greater than or equal to 9,000. Okay, so we only start venting if we can't put it into primary. Okay, that's good. But, I mean, is that it? No. If this is full or vanidates is greater than, I think it's 2,700, 27,000. That's 90% on that tank. Greater than or equal to, then I want that to open. So the two conditions where we vent. Well, no, this doesn't make a difference, right? No, it has to be less than and to okay, wait a second. Logic problem. Obviously, this is true. We want to start venting when we have too much of this stored up. But we don't want to vent when, yeah, I had it right. Greater than or equal. We only want to vent when this is full. So when we have to get rid of vanidates and there's no room in the primary output, then we turn on the switch that takes the vanadium down and throws it in the waste bin. And there's a way to get rid of this, right? If this ever overflows from the waste bin, we will just turn it into methanol and burn the methanol, right? It's kind of expensive, but I mean, it gets rid of the problem. We'll do something, but I don't think that will ever come to pass. But we all know that on a long enough timeline in the factory, all things will come to pass. All right, so now we have to get some whales. We only have one whale. We need a couple whales. We need, well, only 2 whales. We're going to go get more because we like whales. And we have to wire this all into the system correctly. So whale me right here. I'm so glad nothing has crashed so far. Now, here we have a kind of conceptual problem in that we have a waste finished product in the pentoxide, but we don't have a corresponding ore to go across, to go into it, you know? It just, like, the ore of vanadium is tailings dust, and that's liquid. See? It's just not real. So I guess we just kind of keep the pattern and have it floating here and just have this be unknown for a while. Because this is reserved for gold. It's going to be silver and gold right there. And I could put vanadium somewhere else. Like this line occasionally does. I mean, do I want to do that? I think it's probably a lot cleaner to do that. Like put it here instead, you know? All right, you've convinced me. Let's do this. Why is this? Oh, there's a rock in the way. Oh my God. All right, so let's go do that. And then we'll put in a place for sodium. And then after that, so bisulfate, bisulfate, the other thing that we made new last time, which was totally in the plan all along. And then we'll wire up to the alarm system, and this chore will be done, leaving us only with our next choice. Here, we're going to flip this on and off, because I think it's kind of intrusive. Are you getting the news? Yes. All right, so I guess maybe we don't do a whole whale for the waste pentoxide. I don't think we'll need it. Looks like too much coal bed gas. We need because I didn't regulate it going in because I'm not very smart. Oh, thank you, man. I need something to drink. All right, so let's just do this. Do what we know, right? Go over, and I want to. You are primary pentoxide. Fill cargo. Come right here and dump right there. Empty cargo. There you go. All right. And now I want a dinosaur right there. Mr. Dinosaur, dinosaur hungry. And I want you to go monitor the pentoxide waste bin right there. Fill cargo. And then right here, this is a waste bin situation. So you empty your cargo back there. May you never do anything your entire career. That is not a curse. That is how we know the factory is doing well. Off you go. All right, so that is now pentoxide in the system. And if we go look and see if... Did I ever do this? This is aluminum, right? Yeah, I carted over the bisulfate by hand, didn't I? I seem to remember doing that. Yeah, no whale associated with it. Okay, so the bisulfate has to go here. I mean, obviously, right? So grab this, and you go here, I guess. So grab all you. I mean, that doesn't work, but whatever. All right, more sodium substance in a box time. Wire it up. All right, whale me. Whale hungry. And then I need you to go get the sodium sulfate, sodium bisulfate. Yeah, right there. I want you to fill that cargo, and I want you to come here, and I want you to dunk that right there. So, good. Go and do that. And now, we need another whale, right? Whale hungry. Even though I'm pretty sure, here, let's give this job to a normal caravan. I'm pretty sure it's going to be just fine. Dinosaur hungry. Add destination right there. I want you to fill that cargo, and I want you to take that bisulfate all the way to here, where I want you to empty that cargo. Okay, right there. Off you go. All right, so we're getting the news. We're all wired in. And now we have to wire up the alarm system and try to exercise some diligence there. And we can now finally declare vanadium processing done. It was a bit of a lie before. You guys have to come to me. I'm not coming to you. In fact, I'm going a little far, unfortunately. All right, so right here, we just put in pentoxide in 1, 2... It's right above the lime, right? It's right above lime. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. It's right next to the 5 in the third tier. Right next to the 5 in the third tier right here. This is lime. You are pentoxide. Great. There. All hooked up. All hooked up and happy. And then right here next to the sodium aluminate, we're going to have bisulfate. Great. And that's all hooked up. So wonderful. I can now bring back the list of notes and finish wiring it off. And now we have problems. As you can see, we are alarming on we have too much phosphine. We have too much hydrofluoric. I'm not really sure what to do with phosphine right there. But hydrofluoric is a known waste product right now. So I have to organize a vent for it. Because right now, phosphorus processing is all jammed up. Why do you not have syngas? Oh, is this line never connected? The random click. Oh, and these things are not trimmed. The random click revealed a problem. All right, let's go fix this now. Notepad, you may go away. So this has to be trimmed, and you need to be actually just hooked in at all. Like, why didn't I ever do this the easy way, you know? Here, I'll demonstrate for you what way the easy way is. Just do that, right? Then you're fine. You're fine. All right, so that moves that forward a little bit. And this is fine. Okay, so didn't I have it in my head that this was stop? Oh, it was stopped because we can't. This is the step we're on right here. And we want to make more phosphorus acid out of phosphine gas. That means we need phosphine gas, but we don't got it because we can't vent the hydrofluoric. Hydrofluoric right now is waste gas. It needs to be processed into fluorine gas, and then after that, the fluorine gas needs to go into olefins and then to aromatics, and aromatics are burned. So this is how we get another intermediate, fluorine gas, which we don't have right now. So we need to set up a facility that does this. I guess it's a continual process, right? Because if there's no such thing as venting hydrofluoric itself, because it goes into fluorine and that is the vent. So I guess fluorine has to be completely unregulated, and then the vent on top of that will be fluorine into olefins. Or do we have olefins already? I kind of think we do, don't we? But anyway, we have our first thing. Like, all this stuff I said I need to do, that's why this is going to be 2 or 3 days to set up. But look at this. Doesn't this look neat? Look at this belt. There's just jumble of stuff on it. Tell me that doesn't look engaging. So first thing to do is obviously we have to make fluorine gas. So with what do we do this, friends? There, I spelled it right on the first try. Sodium hydroxide, hydrofluoric, makes waste hydrogen, and you're done in an electrolyzer. How many of those do I get on? Oh, why do I have alginate on me? How have I come to this? Take the stone, take the alginate, make it go away. See, look, it just makes it go away. God, this system's nice. But you always get junk in your inventory, and it just takes it away, and it takes it to the right place. Just beautiful. But what I'm supposed to be doing here is finding electrolyzers, and I don't see any. So let's grab a brick. Probably only going to need one of you, one stack. And then, do we actually make olefins? Do we actually do that? Do we have an olefin stack somewhere? It'll be purple droplet, right? Right there. All right, so we have olefins. This will be then waste olefins. And olefins burn? Do you burn? No. No energy value. Wait a second. Consumed in a flamethrower turret? So do you have an energy value? Olefin. No. Then why is it... How can it go into a flame turret? That's weird. All right, anyway... Fluorine. Fluorine goes into olefins. This is how we vent the fluorine. All right, all of this is coming. That's primary use. And so this is in an olefin plant, which is bad because I needed those a while ago, right? Olefin plant. That's a rectisol. Why would I think that's an olefin plant? Obviously, the icon was for a rectisol. Why do I only have one of these? Didn't I solve this problem a while ago? Like, wasn't I... I expect to walk away and find full stacks. What happened here? Right there? Is that olefin plants? No, it's a rectisol again. Ah, la, la, la. All right, okay. Come on. Just gotta breathe. Where is this building? Where is it? Where is it? Right there. See, that's the olefin plant. That's the rectisol. I mean, obviously you can see the difference now, right? What's our problem? You're full up, and that's great. You're full up, and that's great. You need ASP, and we don't have a lot of it? Really? We're very close to being able to make our own ASP. Well, what's our problem here? Well, 2K on the belt. There you go. Off you go, friends. And hopefully that will work out. What is ASP again? So got it. Kind of got it. I have this, right? Or do I have rayon? Probably the other thing. Yeah, I don't have blood meal. Or maybe it's the other thing. No, I don't know. I need that. This I got. That I got. That I got. That I got. This I don't have. Have it. Okay, so I have a bit more room. Bit more to go on that. So we're gonna have to, I guess, hand deliver some ASP. No, we're gonna have to wait. Maybe we do this by halves and then do more later. All right, so let's think what we have to do. We have to build a line of electrolyzers that will turn hydrofluoric into fluorine. And that should probably be, could I fit it right here, maybe? And just use this space wisely. I want to reserve this block. So this is the next natural block for it. And we have a hydrogen vent right there we can tap into. So yeah, we're going to go right here. 2 to the right of the coal bed gas, which we didn't actually need. Go us, right? We also need windmills. Windmills blow me away. So let's bring this block online. Oh, we have to do one more thing here, right? Because there we did. We put a regulator in on that. So right here is where we start. So we find a clean. You are clean. Come down here. We want to put this right there and that right there. Good and good. And so what we need is now to bring in sodium hydroxide, which is done via whale, of course. And then we don't need that many of these, do we? It could be just something as simple as this, because it's very small and very dense. Yeah. I mean, this is probably going to serve the entire factory forever. Fluorine. So how do we do this then? So do we only do this as an overflow? Like this is the overflow venting? In which case we should probably be doing this in the center. Let's try to think about this logically, right? So what happens is this tank fills up and we get hydrofluoric. Hydrofluoric is used in not much, unfortunately. And so do we just overflow into making fluorine gas? And this should be right here. That kind of makes more sense, doesn't it? It's going to have less throughput, but we can probably figure something out there, right? All right, let's try that paradigm. And if nothing else, we can have excess fluorine serve as a problem, as a, I don't know, something else. So what we need is, I guess, a caravan outpost if we're doing this here. This is going to be kind of awkward, isn't it? I mean, it's the sort of simple transformation we want here. But at the same time, I am not entirely certain about the wisdom of what I am doing. And that's a natural via, right? So just hug that. Alright, so if all you happy boys right here, you're all doing Flourine, and you are secondary production, which means I might have to put in primary production somewhere, which is fine, right? That's nothing tragic. So what we'll do is we will stack, 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 and this is where this might become a problem overall. And these come right here and it'll go up, don't worry about it. We take all this, we dink it up. Then the problem is everything is going the wrong way. Because I want to pull fluorine from the top, but we have product on the bottom. Well, can I make this work? He asks, knowing full well that, yeah, man, he can make this work. Oh, but using this line is impossible. So this will have to come over. So we'll do something like this. And then it comes up like that. So we're just taking advantage of the fact that this line doesn't exist right now. That's pretty cool. I can do that. And so it'll come up there and do something like that. Then fluorine gas. No, we have to complete the cycle. Right there. And then dink-a-dink. Dink, and then dink, right? And that just put a lot of extra stuff there. No, that didn't work at all. That was tragically incompetent. Oh, and getting this out, though, is a real problem. Well, it's okay, we got space. And just right here, increase the size of the via. And then it comes out through the up, right? Then we have fluorine holding hands, hydrogen holding hands. And it's going to be okay. We'll get the fluorine gas out somehow, and it will go to its own tank, and then it will also overflow. Great. Okay, so let's hook this up, right? So what we want to do, come over here to the hydrofluoric tanks, hydrofluoric, and we want to overflow from right here, right? And that line is taken, so we got to do this. So you need to overflow, and I think we overflow at 95. That's our standard. Let's see where this hits. It should bypass. And here we have hydrofluoric in, passing hydrofluoric out. Probably, I really wish I could label it somehow, like red pipes and blue pipes for... Oh, and it hits exactly. Oh, blessed. It is absolutely blessed. Hey, neat. Tech happened. We are in the degenerate era of chemical science, where I'm just researching whatever. None of it matters to me. Rebuilding everything. Leave me alone. All right, so what do we just do? Tidal power? Here, research that. Oil power, sure. Oh, this is something I'll have to hook up, right? All right, whatever, do it. And then we have nothing but upgrades. There's braking force. I don't think I want to research that, but I might. No, there's a few things. Like energy shield is just, it's always been not good. I don't know what to say. I can make my grenades stronger by quite a lot. Maybe that's something I want to do. I don't know. Maybe it'll just blow up my own buildings more. I don't know. Research oil power, though. Flourine in. I'm kind of wondering about the wisdom of letting a single dinosaur handle this? It requires quite a lot, right? 10 hydrogens, sodium hydroxide. Yeah, this might be a bad plan, but is the plan I'm doing right now. Add destination, go and get me sodium hydroxide, right? You got a huffle over there, fill cargo, and then right here, and I need you to empty cargo. Yeah, looking at this makes me think I'm going to have problems. But whatever, that's okay. Right there, right there, right there, right there, right there. Oh, not right there, but right there though. Okay, so you're now hooked up. And all I have to do is dump this hydrogen into a waste hydrogen line somewhere. And that will be that for this facility. This is only the waste hydrofluoric out. And I'm going to have to make a normal hydrofluoric maker some point. Oh, normal fluorine gas maker at some point. But I am not sure what point that would be. So I kind of want to just come down straight here if I can. I'm pretty sure hydrogen is... Oh, we're not even in the right spot, are we? Yeah, hydrogen is right here, and we have to go back and then in, so I guess there's no real good way to do this. Unless I can find a line somewhere that shares it, but I don't think there is any of that. It's a waste line, so it doesn't go on the biofluid. Yeah, so I don't see any hydrogen around here. This is the part of the game that eats up so much time. Going back and forth and examining the factory and coming up with a plan. Plans get executed fairly quickly. It's just that time when you don't know what you're doing. All right, so right here, this is probably the best I'm going to get, right? Are we just burning off hydrogen as much as we can? No, it's stuck at the exact tipping point. So right here, I guess we just continue hauling this south and hope that this line is not needed anywhere else. But the only good thing about this is that hydrogen waste lines are common. So proliferating them throughout the factory is generally a pretty good thing. I'm fairly confident that's not the last time this will be used. Okay, we're actually on the biofluid line now. And now we're double dotted. We're going to come all the way here, and I guess this is where we tie in, right? I think that is, in fact, exactly where we tie in. Then we will have one thing done. We can check off one more thing. And then just right here, right? There we go. Now you're ready to go whenever this guy gets back, and he's coming. All right, notes back, please. That's no, wait. Yeah. And then, well, we don't have the fluorine gas going anywhere. So I guess that was a little premature. Not a lot, but a little. And fluorine obviously goes right here, maybe above. Like right here is probably most in line with everything. So I guess we do this. And we have to make sure we get the spacing right, because we have not done that before and it has caused us problems. All right, hook up. No, not like that, like this. And then hook up. And we pull fluorine gas over. And we will have one new thing this episode. Here we go. Full up, full up. Can we sneak this way is the question. So colorful, so pretty. Oh, so much to leap. All right, so can we do this? Is this even theoretically possible. No, it's not. Well, we can fix this. Now this leaves a line that isn't transparent, but I guess we got to live with that. It's not here that I want to go. We're going to have that same problem right here. Yes, the exact same problem. This is a horrid tangle. And we can't do that trick that we just did before. Well, we can do terrible surgery to this. Because we can pull this up. And then pull this to this point. And then yank you. Oh, did I just waste a whole lot of hydrofluoric right there? Betcha I did. Luckily, it's something I need to get rid of anyway. And then you get pumped in, and then when you 95 out, then you go that way. And that frees up this line. If I would have... remember to do that. All right, so getting there. And using this, and then coming over here. We only have to go up a little bit, right? Geometry is our friend. Geometry is our friend. And then straight in. And this is waste fluorine gas we are producing. Therefore, we don't have to... we don't have to regulate it at any point. All right, fluorine gas now available. And there's going to be a time when that overflows. And that has to overflow into olefins. So we repeat the same pattern here, right? Right there. And then you overflow at 95. And we go this way. There's not going to be anything here for a while. So right there. Why is that dinosaur having trouble? Why are you having... See, it's taking too much time. It's too slow. I might have to have a whale associated with this, even though you really shouldn't. All right, we have waste disposal area for olefins, for which we have an olefin plant right here. We're going to need some sort of caravan, I'm sure. I want you to make olefins out of fluorine gas. Right? Right there. And so we have to bring in nickel. Not a lot of it in crude oil. And we make waste olefins and waste naphtha. All right, so this is another normal dinosaur, which I don't have on me, unfortunately. Now we have to figure out where we're going to align this. It's with this, so it should be hanging off the bottom. All right, so you instead go like this. And we try to find... Oh, is that? No, it's distillates. This is the fluorine line. So you come right here. I really should have more than one, right? And we'll have crude oil right here. Guys, you are not helping. So this goes right here. Is that lined up right? No. No, it is not. And like so, right? And the waste lines come out right there. Good, right? Good. Need a dinosaur. Do not have dinosaur. Dinosaur is over here. I'll grab some whales while I'm here, right? Some windmills. I like windmills. And do we actually have any olefin plants? Remember, they're not rectisols. Rectisols, we have none still. None. Well, I don't even know what to say about this. Still waiting on ASP. There must be an enormous soak of ASP in between, right? We should be able to see it. No. There's 2,000 of them on the belt. I wonder what it is. Anyway. I suppose if I just stop thinking about it and walk away, it'll eventually make itself better, right? Right? I have to remember to actually come through and add more than later. Because this is just not, it's not going to cut it. So dinosaur on the field. You need dinosaur hungry, and then I need you to go get nickel plate, which is right there. And I want you to fill your cargo. And right here, and I want you to empty your cargo. And then there you have some of your food. Where'd you go? You messing with me? Go get some nickel plate for me. Fluorine is right there. It will come in eventually. And now we just have to get crude oil in, which I think is actually right there. Nice. And we're going to have to move some stuff around, but we are going to take advantage of that. You betcha. You know, you just have to let good things happen to you. Just learn to let good things happen to you. And then more good things will happen to you. All right, so that's not a lot, actually. That's kind of interesting. Is crude oil not going? I think we're only mining off one, right? Right here. Oh, no, you're going as hard as you can. Huh. So why is there no crude oil filling up right here? Well, it's not connected to the south. Is that supposed to bother me? Yeah, there's nothing over here. Is this a stub line? Did I remove this at some point? Was this going somewhere and then decided to go somewhere else? Strip distillates, Mabic. Here's the crude oil line. Right there to right there. It's got plenty of crude oil. I guess. I don't know what to think. Oh, it got picked up, but not entirely. Okay. That I get. That I understand. Yeah. Okay. That... Oh, I probably caused myself problems when I put down that one power pole. It probably removed that one thing. I wonder if that... No, it was not... It wasn't going anywhere, though. Alright, let's just leave the mysteries of the world alone. Let them be mysteries. Naphtha in is somewhere around here. It's gotta be. Right there, naphtha in. So what I need to do there, I suppose, just drag this over. Maybe it's going to be more than 2 days to get all this stuff done. I've got a lot of intermediate stuff before I can get to nickel. But, you know, yeah. Here I avoided consuming that line, but I did it for nothing. Okay, let's go, boys. This way. And so we're coming down, and I think we just join in right here. That's the plan. Like that. Okay, good. And so, and now there's only olefins in. Nickel plate has arrived. Beautiful. And right here, we just... This was just a mistake, wasn't it? How do we have so much hydrofluoric? It's the real question. Yeah, that's good. And now it's overflowing. No, it should be overflowing from back here, right? Yeah. Okay, so this doesn't actually work, what I did right here. So this connection does work, but then I need... back here. I need to be pulling it off back here in order to overflow out. So, okay, we can do that. There's another line right there. And then we just take a pip right there. There we go. And now it overflows out, and we have an alternate connector in right here. Yeah, that's better. I thought we were going to run out of hydrofluoric pretty quickly, but then I just messed everything all up, and it didn't work right. All right, better? Yeah, much better. And then, I mean, this is all largely academic from this point. Like, maybe we can get by for a very long time with only one of these. Anyway, where's purple? Where's olefins? Right there. And we have to tie in anywhere in here, essentially, any of these ports. So it's on the right-hand side. Just get on the right-hand side and try to juke up, I guess. See how long this line lasts. Then we are on the left-hand side. Then we will jump over. And we can't really line ourselves up very well, right? We can probably make this work if we force it. Now we can use this line. No, wait, this line is available. Because I don't know what this is doing, but it's not good. Like, that's just scary. Don't do that. So we will juke up with olefins right here. This is very old-timey, but it's also very slow. It's an hour into the episode already, and I've only accomplished, what, like 3 things? That is not meeting expectations. And just hook in right there. Okay, good. Now olefins are set up, and maybe I just leave it there, because I don't have an olefin problem right now. No, let's fix it. When olefins are full up too much, we now take them on another step. Olefins then go into aromatics with nexalate plate. And aromatics can just be burned. We can also just turn it into diesel with the same thing. It's probably better, right? Because we're always going to have... Yeah, but this requires an olefin plant. They all require olefin plants. No. Like, comparatively, this is terrible. Did it come earlier? It does. Okay, so that's its reason for existing, for being terrible. All right, so this is what we're doing. We gotta go get another olefin plant. And we have to turn olefins into diesel, waste diesel. Will probably never actually be used as such. No olefin plants. Because diesel has such a strong draw on it to begin with. And just nothing here. I have to go get ASP. Why didn't I go get ASP before coming out here? I wonder what's soaking it all up. Because there has to be something just eating up every little bit of it. Which is not really how this place should behave. Because it should... the bottleneck should shift. And then it should get full up. Here. Right here. Take everything I have. Thank you. Give me that. And give me that. Okay, and we will finish this. We will finish the entire chore sheet. Now we can get to actual new stuff from the day, right? Aluminum's going again. That means phosphoric is going again. Yeah, look at that. Oh, doesn't this feel good just looking at it? Oh, I feel nice, warm, and toasty. Excellent. And that's because... I mean, honestly, it's because I destroyed that tank of hydrofluoric by mistake. That's the core thing that happened there. And so we are waiting on arthropod blood. And let's just check in. And that's going to be a long time. Oh, meat's backed up. I don't care. Like, I really do not care about the South Factory at all anymore. Its only service is to serve as a buffer and give the biters something to chew on while I formulate a more robust defense up here. But no crashes. It's been like an hour in this episode of the final code, taken from the actual pull request I'm going to submit. It's been a couple hours and no problems whatsoever. That's a fantastic feeling right there. Now, in the back of my mind, there's a thought in my head that maybe this isn't going to go through. Maybe they want to do something else with biofluid. But my thought there is, even if this patch doesn't make it into the game, I can very easily set up a system where I keep current and keep my version of biofluid going. Like, I think this version of biofluid is unambiguously better, just 100% totally better. And better for good reasons, not just better because I want it to, I want more power, you know? Like, I can make everything go faster and say, yeah, it's better. I can make things more simple and get rid of annoying parts of recipes and say, yeah, it's better. But this is, all the changes I made, I believe, are more in, confirmation with what is intended by the system. I see how the system is intended to work, and I've just made it work more in that way. And like I said, the ultimate balance refutation, I believe, is that pipes are still better in every way, and you still absolutely need them. This is not a replacement for pipes. It is just the biofluid network working as it appears it should. Did I electrify the other one? Did I remember to do that? No. No, I didn't. How completely dense of me. So all the changes, I believe, are entirely defensible. Like, the only one I'm kind of wiggling on myself is making the tank sizes 100K. I kind of feel like maybe that could be reverted back to 20K, and the concept of the well-supplied provider tank would take care of all of the things that, all the problems that fix was, that alteration was intended to resolve. So maybe that'll happen. There'll be some debate. Dinosaur hungry. Go get me Nextalit. Nextalit is right there. Fill cargo. And right here, empty deck cargo. So yeah, group project. We'll see what everybody else says. And then we're going to double this, I think. And this will finally get us through our chores for today. Actual shocking amount of stuff to do. There we go. Much more straight. All right, and all I have to do is hook up diesel in the waste configuration, and then we are done. And that is, diesel is right here, and just I have to come down like to right here, first row, like anywhere on the inputs, and then jerk down, and it will be fine. Like just right here even. Oh, I can't. No, I can't, because it'll, you see what'll happen. It will mix fluids, and that is not permitted by the Lord. So down, and then almost there, right? Maybe coming this exact path was a mistake. We're going to get there. No, not by doing that, we're not. Okay, so right there, right? Except I messed this up entirely. Okay. And then just plug in right there and done. And then don't forget that I took that out. All right, good. So that is the vent for olefins. So if I ever want, I can spiral fluids into that line, and that will flush them from the system. And it's not regulated, signifying that it is overflow. All right, so back on the field to-do list. Here at 1 hour and 5 minutes in, we are through the to-dos. Actually, we're going to flash that back up on the screen because my other to-do list is right here. See, we have the nickel precursors, ammonium chloride, aeroflot, crucilic acid, glycerol, and then I want to make heat pipe and drill heads, just as is appropriate for this level of technology I'm at. And I think the first thing to do is to take care of glycerol, and we are doing this by stealing skin from the South factory. And then we'll make a glycerol tank somewhere around here. It's going to be needed, so don't flinch from that. I need to wire in fluorine, right? So let's take a look. Where did I put you? It was right above phosphorus. Right-hand side, second from the bottom. Why are we alarming on phosphoric and phosphorus? That means it's not regulated properly. Well, here's fluorine. Right there. Fluorine gas. Where'd you go? No, it's right there. Excuse me. And we just don't have any. No, we have 1 unit. Yeah, it's saying we don't have enough. That makes sense to me. All right, so next up, glycerol. Glycerol, one of our favorite chemicals of all time. Glycerol right here. This is just terrible. Collagen is made through a complex process. It can decay, and takes 10 skin, and it makes, well, no, wait, remember, 10 skin to 40 collagen. So I guess it's 2.5 skin to make 100, to make a, wait, think. 25 skin to make 100? No. Yeah, you have to run this 2.5 times to get the collagen for this. And so it's 25 skin to make 100 glycerol. Or you can come over here and just 5 skin to 5 glycerol. So I don't know why anyone would ever do this. This looks terrible. And it doesn't deal with, this also doesn't deal with decay mechanisms. So let's go get some chemistry plants. Let's go do some chemistry. So where are we going to put this? I know I'm just going to whale the skin up from the south. And this is a chemical. So the best place to put it, probably would be right over here, since we're starting to use these areas. And then get the glycerol in, get the sodium hydroxide in. Is there anything with sodium hydroxide that I can piggyback off of around here? That's what I should really do. Find bins with sodium hydroxide. That's next to open space, you know? But it doesn't look like anything exists. Why are you not going? Can't vent hydrogen chloride. All right, that's going on the list too. Hydrogen chloride vent. Good. It's not going to happen right now. I've moved on. It's on the notes though. So. What I need to do is, I guess can't. I don't see any hydrogen chloride lines. Sodium hydroxide lines, excuse me. So we're just going to have to import it as per normal. Very sad. What is this line I'm looking at here? Sulfur out? All right, whatever. I need to stop thinking and start doing. We're going to go right here, right? This is where we decide we're going to go. So we need we need aerial outpost in. Like somewhere over here. We'll figure out exactly where. And this is going to be glycerol primary production. So we should really be doing this to the hilt. So it's going to be something like this and this. And I don't know where we're going to be getting the skin from. But it's going to come from there. Just fill that in the back of your mind. Skin will come. Oh, we need skin and sodium hydroxide. Do I bring that down in one caravan? Probably. It stacks to... They both stack to 100, right? Then we need steam in. How much steam do we need? 60 per. So that's unfortunate. That means we have to move these over. Do something like this, and this, and this, and that. And then we will do steam like this, I think. Oh, I really wish the lines were a little different, right? But no amount of flipping will make them different. Ugh. Big sad, I say. Like, this is tidy but wrong, because it doesn't allow more in. Well, I suppose we could always do this, right? That's still not good in my opinion, because it leaves this space open. So all of you have to step back by one. We're going to do this. Okay, each one gets their own. And then as we need more, we'll produce more, right? And the central line will function as exactly that. So what will have to happen here then? I will have to get water in. That's no problem. And we'll have a water rail up here somewhere. That's how that will work, and then we'll put water there, and it doesn't take that much, so great. Steam in accounted for, and then it's just a... I guess we beacon in the center. I guess we gotta. You are going to do skin. You are going to do... I really should be doing a snake belt, right? Or at least a hug belt. Thinking about the future here. We should at least do a hug belt. It's been a long time since I did a snake belt, isn't it? Because I've gotten... I think maybe I'm been overzealous about them. I've been enamored with how nice they look. Okay, like that. And then we will have beacon space right here. And then the beacons will work somehow, not sure how. And then in again and in again. Beautiful, I think. And then we'll have... Probably we'll do 2 caravans, honestly. Because we have space for it. So why not? Yeah, and this guy will take care of the one in the middle, and this guy will take care of a hug belt going around. Okay, I can go for that. That is a fine design, I think. And then it will come opposite-wise down here. This way, this way. And then its output is liquid, but it's not used in much. But it's... Do I want to just put this on the biofluid network? I'm going to have to take a line out, aren't I? Well, maybe. I need it for like a bunch of stuff. But this is a lot, but this is very late in the process. I could probably get by with just doing this on the biofluid network we're going to try that. This is also going to be a situation where we might have multiple providers, which is not a concept I've dealt with previously. So we'll see how that goes. This is ugly. Put it back. Now we see how many of these can stack, right? So right there, right there. And except don't do that, please. Do anything but that thing you just did. That was very ugly. All right, so we have one block. And then we double it. Oh, I didn't put any pipes for glycerol, right? Let's do that now. So it's just a very simple out. And then probably to right here. Then OBA. Then we will hook it up and we will have done another thing on the day. Okay, great. We have glycerol. So are we only going to be able to fit 8 of these here? Maybe 10? So we do need to leave a via. And I guess there's no point. Because we can I leap this? I wonder if this pipe's strong. No, it's not. We have to leave a via. So leave a nice healthy via right here, where we can use every line. So it's really only going to be 8 processors, huh? We're definitely going to need to make more of these around somewhere, you know? Oh, and the water isn't connected together. I can fix that, though. Right there. So let's go right there, right there. And then hook it together, right? And that hooks it. Why are you off center like that? Oh, because they're up and down. I don't care. Okay, I don't care. All that's fine. All that's fine. That needs to be picked up. We need to bring the hug belt around. Like that. Nice and giving it a hug. And then we need water. Water maker right here is probably mostest bestest. Mosticus besticust. There, and that'll supply all of them. Yeah. For quite a while. And then, but why do I see no steam? There you go. It just was absent for a time. All right, so how am I doing this? Do I have any more room I can move it over? I can move it over by 1 space if I have to. I don't think I'm going to have to. Yeah, right there. All right, so you are going to be, it doesn't matter, you're going to be sodium hydroxide. Whale, you are already hungry. I'm glad to see that. Glad to see you are hungry and ready for use. Fill cargo right here, empty cargo. And then off you go. And this whale over here is going to be going on an improper mission, right? And that it has to visit the South Factory. Inglorious enough, it has to go begging for handouts. It is truly almost a fate worse than never have been created at all. Trim that. All right, and so whale, you have a problem. Whale hungry. And then I want you to go to the horrid Southland. And then go to the skin drop-off of the lunch line, which is right No. Right? How can I not navigate my own factory? Right here. I want you just... do I want you to fill cargo? Load items until caravan has skin in quantity 3,000, right? Load items until caravan has 3,000. All right, and then come here and I want you to empty that cargo. Okay, that works out. Go and do it, my friend. And so this will bring Glycerol to life. Here, I need to get into your body and remove some of your nourishment pods. Yeah, it will hurt. Yeah, probably stings quite a bit. All right, there's the sodium hydroxide arriving, and now we have a provider tank. I suppose if it's going to crash, it's going to crash right now, right? So let's get ahead of that, and let's save. Because now I'm adding something new, you know? Let's just get ahead of that crash. All right, so that's glycerol. We should be making... Oh, we can use prod here? That's nice. Okay, so one day that whale will return and we will start making glycerol again to begin with. So notes out here, glycerol checked off. Next up, do a hydrogen chloride vent. We kind of have to, right? No, yeah, we do. So let's see what we can do. Let's go take a look at hydrogen chloride. Hydrogen chloride, which is right here. And you are, in fact, full right up. And you need to be electrolyzed, right? Hydrogen chloride. Or is it a chem factory? I don't want to. I want to just split you up into your constituent gases. Where are you? Right here? Oh, it needs a lamp? Oh, man. That's not what I want to see. This is what I want to do, but I don't want to use lamps. Is there anything else I can do with this? Orochloric acid. That sounds wonderful. It's going to be needed a lot in the electronics making stack. Can make bisphenol A. Like, this is going to be needed soon for epoxy. Oh, we can do this now. Epichlorohydrin. I mean, won't this solve, like, 2 problems if I do this right now? Like, just target of opportunity. What else is glycerol used in? Like, that's the only thing that really matters, right? And epichlorohydrin is on the way to epoxy and glycidiamide. Glycidiamide. All right. And I don't know what this is used for. Photonics. Wonderful. Don't look at it. So I should really do this right now. And that will... It's not a hydrogen chloride vent, but it will use a lot of hydrogen chloride. How many mixers do I have? Probably enough. Here, let's just do this right now. Target of opportunity, friends. I don't think we need a lot of it. So we're going to shoot for 1 line here. Even though I'm not sure that's going to actually leave room for anything else. Epichlorohydrin, right there. Yeah, it's just a liquid-liquid transformation. So I could just kind of snuggle it right here, or as close as it can get, and then leave a via, and then hopefully we'll be able to put in another liquid-liquid transformation right there, unless there's already space available I'm neglecting. But I'm not going to think about that. So the big problem is we need 4 liquids in, and so we'll be doing this. And you'll be getting out right here somehow. Probably right like that. That's how it's going to happen. And we'll leave this side open for beacons. Oh, skin arrived. We get to watch it. We like to watch the skin. All right, we're making glycerol. Good. We like to watch the skin crawl its way down the belt. It makes us feel happy when the skin reaches the end of the belt and dissolves into liquid. Do I trust the biofluid network here? 150. Oh, yeah, we're going to try it. I might regret this, but I already, what's one more, you know? One more regret. Wow, that sounds terrible. How am I ever going to keep going? No, not another regret. Wow. So we need to bring in hydrogen chloride, glycerol's right there, and oleochemicals. So we will start doing that. I'm not sure if this network right here is hooked up. So right here is when it's going to start crashing again, right? Yeah, it's not hooked up. I want you to give me hydrogen chloride. And this still doesn't actually do our problem. It's just I'm playing with glycerol now. And then right here you are oleochemicals. And yeah, just needs a few drops, but bring in a bunch. It's always good to have buffer, right? And then I have to just join it together very carefully right there. There. Are you going to crash? Probably not, right? And then this area is reserved for another liquid-liquid transformation. Do you do anything interesting? Like, unfortunately, epoxy is with a whole lot of stuff. And glycerol, I don't know. Where do I get the bisphenol A? Phenol acetone. Again, that's with stuff in, unfortunately. Can I even stuff a aerial outpost here? Kind of, but not really. So maybe I don't do this and I leave this as logistic space for whatever has to happen here, you know? Okay, that's all right. This is going to make 6 a second. Wow, how much is needed? A full 100? I hope you don't need a lot of that stuff. Honestly, this looks like something that's probably best for dual, because it produces so little. So maybe, yeah, I'll hook up both of these. And so, like this. But this doesn't leave any via space. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But I don't like how that looks. So we'll separate them. And the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And beacon space is in the center, right? So this is what we're doing. And we can't put in a full another one. That's really kind of making me sad here. Is there any way we can get away with anything different? Probably not. I could just pull it in and have no beacon attached to it, but that breaks the pattern too much. All right, so this is what we're doing. We're doing 10 of these, and we'll make 60 a second. That's bad, especially if I need any throughput for right here. That's bad. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen here. So we might as well just do this. And this is 100% pure biofluid only. Because it's used so little. But let's just hook stuff up, right? You're oleochemicals. So really just come here, right? And then no need to consume another line. And that's going to solve that problem for just a little bit here, right? putting a draw on hydrogen chloride. And then we'll do staples right here. I suppose that's something I was neglecting too. Maybe there was never any chance of me getting more of these in here. There we go. And then that comes round, and then glycerol just has to come in somewhere. Where is most convenient? Probably right here. And then glycerol comes in here. No, it has to do that. Great. Didn't I put you on the biofluid network already? Yeah. So why was there ever any in the pipe? It should all be absorbed into the provider tank. There's mechanics there I don't understand, which is probably bad, given I'm updating the code. Bad but fun, you know? And then Epichlorohydrin probably is going to go north right here. I probably should have... oh no, I can't go north right there. It's already used. Again, tragedy most intense. We'll come north right here, and we've just hit. Why did we do this? I don't know. What are we gonna do about what's our real problem? I don't know. I suppose what we do. I don't want to consume more lines though. Maybe we go to the next block and see if there's a better place to put it. Like right here. I kind of wish I had done something different here, right? Alright. Make it work, though. Provider. Right there. And then a tank. And then just draw this over, right? Guess you have to move. There. And we'll have Epichlorohydrin out. Oh, it just wrecks everything by not being here. Now look at that. Oh, terrible. Absolutely terrible. But all right, fine. So we just need to turn this on. Probably should have turned this on a while ago. And we have now hit a target of opportunity using glycerol for what you'd expect glycerol to be used for. It had to be done somewhere, so you might as well do it here and save a little bit, right? All right, there you go. Make an Epichlorohydrin. Like everyone's going, right? Let's take a look at the graph. Epichlorol. Yep. That is a jump in production. It's not... Why have we stopped? No skin. All right, that's good. This will all work. And we just did something we didn't plan for no readily apparent reason. Great job, right? Oh, skin has arrived. The skin crawls down the belt once more. I like it when I see it feels. Okay, so what's next? All right, so while that was great, it was nice that we did this. I'm glad that we did this. We had a great talk. I suppose if I did this, I could have moved it a little over and used this space better. It's best not to think about that. We still need to get to hydrogen chloride right here. We still need to destroy it somehow, and I guess we have to do it with this. We take the hydrogen chloride, we turn it into chlorine and lamp. And then hydrogen is destroyed by burning, chlorine is destroyed by rotting iron and then resmelting the iron. So it's probably the inverse opal. What? What's an inverse opal? Huh. That's intriguing is what that is. But yeah, it looks like there's no choice for it. I gotta go get a... We're gonna have to do this. And so, this has just been maintenance day. We haven't really gotten through a lot of stuff. Just putting in a lot of vents. Well, I mean, the vents are good in that it shows that the factory is producing materials, but it's not moving us forward, which is sad. And even glycerol, which we made, is not entirely made correctly because it imports skin from the south. All right, so right here, you need 95. There, you're not... We just put a huge draw on it. And that's fine. Is this waste chlorine? I really hope so. I'll come back to look at this. Don't worry. And then, oh, don't like seeing that. Over here. And then here we are in the place of destruction. And if we look with our eyes, it should be hanging off the bottom of this. All right. So what we need is a caravan outpost right here. And you need to bring in lamps because we love lamp. I think this is going to be this, right? I think this is what we're looking at here. And you are producing chlorine. Yeah, like so. And we have to have a cycler. So let's see what we're doing. Let's make a couple of these, right? So lamp will come in, and then lamp comes out this way. And then we'll have a couple of these, and then it'll come back around. Meaning that this space up here is kind of useless now, isn't it? Maybe we can be more condensed. And that lamp back will be like this. It'll be singles. And then we can do a balancer right here. And then turn it around. Okay, we need one more space, guys. Does that even work? It's all going to be on this side, and then it's going to come... Yeah, that will work. And then like this. Well, I suppose it doesn't have to do this at all, right? Nah, screw it. We're doing it like this. And then in you come, and you get used with... See, it just... No, this is bad. This is all going to be on the bottom. This is all going to be on the bottom. So if we turn it around, it's going to be inside track, inside track, inside track. And we want it on the outside track now. Maybe I'm overthinking it. And we go here instead. We just do it simply. Compactly. And then we stack right there. No, we don't even stack because of condensing surprises. You know what I mean? So we do this. It's going to be like old style. And then it's in like that and out like that. Right? Okay, that works. And that's our unit right there. You're lined up correctly. All right, dinosaur, go get me lamp, please. Dinosaur hungry. Go get lamp. Where is Lampa? Probably in the singles? I would think they'd be in the singles, right? But I do not see. I don't know why I'd need so many lamp, but I guess I do. All right, empty cargo. Where'd you go? Right there. Out you go. All right, so now we have a situation. We have our feedstock right there. Now we have to get our products out. It's hard. I want to use this space, but it's hard, right? Use this space later. And then over here also has to be used. So maybe we only have 2 of these guys working right now. You know? See, this doesn't really work, does it? Big H, please. Pick this up. And then right here. Oh, it's actually got a decent footprint. I didn't notice that before. And then we have an out and an out right here. And then how do we get this out, I suppose? Out right there and out right there. And just hope this is enough. Once again, we are engaging in a hope-based strategy. Okay, that's fine. So we need to get to hydrogen out, and I thought I saw that, right? I mumbled something about noticing it while setting this up. So let's go see if that is really and truly the case. We have to come back here. We were made from this feedstock, and now we return. All right, so I don't see it anymore, which is kind of a problem, right? Or was it over here? No, it was right over. I went too far. Went too far. And that was a hydrogen inline. I am all but certain. That's a chlorine inline too. We only have to come right here. Splendid, I say. Oh, and this is unfortunate, in an unfortunate position. And we'll have to connect it up over here too. That's hydrogen in. Great. So this is actually going to be pretty easy to do. And then this way, and just follow along. Where are you? Trying to be very neat and tidy with the pipes. And this is chlorine in. Seems like it's a little bit unregulated, but it's not at overflow yet. Okay, so good. This probably works, right? I mean, maybe there's ways in which it doesn't work. There we go. Lamp comes in, then lamp will come out. It will overwhelm right here. These lamps will be used first. Got it. Perfect. Exactly what I want to see. And you've got lamp to prod that. I wonder if you can use this to make chlorine. Well, at the cost of lamps, I suppose. So, yeah, maybe not. All right. So, to-do list, come back. To-do list, dismissed. And I think I have it in me to do one more thing today. Probably ammonium chloride, right? And then we'll try to do the rest of it tomorrow. We can get through that. It is a box of stuff. So we need to add together... Oh, we're not doing this. Yeah, we're definitely doing this. I want to use this hydrogen chloride too. So maybe I should do that. No, not over there. We need ammonia. We need just a really simple process. So happy to see that. And I don't think I have any fluid beds on me. I can go snag those. And after that, we'll wrap up. Not a hugely exciting day. Tomorrow is definitely going to be more intermediates. Where are fluid beds? Where are fluid beds? Right here, I think. I think they're in a weird... No. Right there. They're in a weird spot. And I don't know if I need more than what I have. It looks really efficient. It looks like I probably won't need... Here, let's take a look again. Ammonium chloride. This makes a lot. It's fast. And then it's not used in too much. Is this a better recipe? Not really, no. And it's used in gadolinium, and it's used in nickel and polishing compound, and also in ammonium mixture. And then the ammonium mixture is used in guanidine hydrochloride and plutonium peroxide. So I should probably pay attention to this in some way. But right now we just need one line, one little line. And I suppose we put it down next to the acetone for no real reason or lack of reason, because there's space there. And we already have one line there, so yeah, we'll just keep going with that theme. All right, guys, get off me. All right, last thing. We're going to go over to the acetone line over here. And then we're going to add in a little bit, right? So we need at least one out. And then it's just a liquid-liquid transformation, right? Rare earth bolide to be continued, my friend. So it's just going to be like this. And then it makes a ton. To the point where I don't think... Why would you ever do this? Like, it makes a side product for one, so balancing is in salt's kind of precious. Like, why would you do this? I don't get it. Anyway, we need to bring ammonia in, and we have to bring hydrogen chloride in. So, we'll do that right here. So I think that will be easiest to hook up when they get here. Still no crashes. That means I'm going to commit this patch. Very happy to see this work out. And I hope you guys can play with this soon. Checking the glow and making sure it was working correctly. For a moment there, it looked like something was wrong. All right, hydrogen chloride. Bring me a bunch. And then ammonia. Bring me a lot. Okay, great. And that will bring in our feedstock. And all I have to do is put this together and then drag it out. Like, it's going to be super simple, right? And then room for beacons will be down here. And I have no problems whatsoever. That's a fun feeling. So what we'll do is an H. And we'll just do this, right? And we'll link it up on top. Here, maybe even just link it up right here. Maybe I'm not thinking ahead. Maybe I can dig into my internal chess master and get something going correctly. And like, just right here and right here, and then we flip it somewhere, and then just easy peasy, right? Right there and right there. And then if I pick up this entire thing, probably have room for just a little more, right? Just a little more. It would be okay if I could just have a little more. And I can put one more down. Well, that V is excessive even for what I wanted. For even my plans. There we go. It has a glorious via right there. This thing is fully transparent. So I guess let's grab all this, tie it in right here, and then just say no to all this, right? And we have made full use of our area, right? Okie dokie. And we will take the opportunity here to flip us right round. And then beacon, 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 and it's a happy story. And then we'll just do this. And we're ready to go, right? This is just completely ready. All we need is the Gorbachevs to arrive. And we will have our ammonium chloride ready to go. So that's all hooked up. Do we see a conga line coming over? Yes, right there. They're on their way. That's not the right color. That's doing another job. Yeah, there's the ammonia. How are we doing at Gorbachev Central? See? It's not overgoing. It's going just fine. Look at all the little guys running around. It's doing real nice. All right, good. I should hook this up. And then find a home for this ammonium chloride. And then I'm probably done, right? Can I just do this straight up? Yeah. Have the bot build for me. Let the bots do it for you. Let the bots breathe for you. Then right down. Oh, I hope I hooked that up right. I am not. I am 100% not hooking that up right. Yeah, let's. God, I'm glad I caught that. I almost caused myself an enormous problem right there. Okay. And now we try again. Let the bots think for you. It would probably be better off if you just let the bots think for you. There you go. Oh, and we're all here. And all of a sudden this flies in. Yep. And a whole lot of ammonium chloride has entered the world. Is this a first? Is this the first time we've made this stuff? Maybe. I wish I had installed the toasts, the milestones mod, but honestly I didn't know it existed. All right. We are almost at 2 hours. I feel like being done. I feel like I've done enough today. So what I have to do is find a place to put the latest box goods. I think it's going to be right here next to the other boxes. That's the concept I'm working on right now. It's near other boxes. Why isn't there more here? Oh, it's been delivered. Okay, so it's being completely absorbed by vanadium processing. Because I'm having just a single dinosaur huffle back and forth doing this. Are we stuck? Well, this guy's made a delivery. That's nice. So we probably are stuck, and it's probably on arthropod blood again. So that's not a problem. Meanwhile, are we stuck? And it's because we're full. Completely full. Yeah. There's no need to do anything. There is no need to struggle. We have done all of the things. Oh, this is a problem. Well, yeah. What if I need pyrite and this was blocked? And the pyrite just can't make it down. Didn't I have thoughts on this once? I don't know. This is doing fine, right? Maybe I should get back into snake belts. It helps with specifically that. Anyway, let's not get too distracted, even though that is exactly what we love to do. Give me a whale. And a whale gets an interrupt, and that interrupt is whale hungry. This whale needs to go pick up our newest addition, ammonium chloride, right here. I wonder what we burned through. Fill cargo. And then right here, and then empty cargo. And go do that. Is this all just insufficient Gorbachevage? Guess we burned through it so quickly. Yeah. So we really should consider drawing a line out. This is why the changes I made are not, in fact, OP. Because even with doing that, and even making the system work more smoothly than it did before, it still can't keep up. And I don't think it'll be able to keep up even with the more advanced biofluid critters. But we'll see. I'm just going to keep playing this and keep tweaking it. All right, I am now done. No, wait, I got to do one more thing, and then I'm done. We have to wire up ammonium. Well, wait, first off, notepad checked off. And tomorrow we focus on aeroflot, cryolic acid, heat pipe, and drill heads. And then that's everything I need for nickel processing. And I wonder if it's going to be what I need for the next stuff too. I haven't had a tier where I've had to build nothing yet. Just a couple tiers, ore types where I've had to build very little. Right there, and you are ammonium chloride. Okay, all hooked up. All right, it's time to recap, friends. Let's talk about what I did today. So zoom in, be a zoomie. Zoom in, get nice and centered. And then, when you have to, zoom out all the way. And then zoom right onto the tin patch right here. That's where I align myself. And try to get a decent amount of land in. This is about the right place. Screenshot. All right, what did I do today? Well, earlier today, I finalized all the biofluid changes, and I went over that at the start of the episode. My biofluid patch will go in after this episode, as this episode featured not a single crash. So good job, me. And biofluid is doing very well right now. It seems honestly quite useful. So after that, I finished off vanadium over here. I didn't have a concept of waste vanadium, and I didn't have it wired up to differentiate between primary vanadium and waste vanadium. But I did that, and then vanadium pentoxide is now making its way into the material sorting stack, and everything is good with there. Everything is good with that. Everything is good over there. Or you can blend them together. That works too. After that, I turned my attention to the things that need to be done in the factory and the things that need to be done before I can do nickel processing. Unfortunately, there's quite a bit of specific intermediates I need to put in before I can get this done, so we started working on that. One of the additives we need is glycerol. The bad news is glycerol comes from either lard or skin, and I don't have any of that. We are a cruelty-free factory up here, as long as you don't talk to any of our ambassadors. And what that meant is I couldn't do this. So I set up the processing system right here, and then I just imported skin from the south. I don't know where they get that. I'm assuming they've come up with some technology to allow them to just produce skin more or less out of like wood or something. Maybe they found a flower or something that turns into skin, you know, like a skin cumber or something. But that's what I'm getting it from. This comes from the south, and we make glycerol. And then for literally no reason at all, I installed Epichlorohydrin right here, because it's the main consumer of glycerol that isn't explosive ambassador pieces. So after that, we found out we had a whole lot of problems with the phosphorus stack, in that we had too much hydrofluoric acid and it was all jamming up. So I needed a hydrofluoric vent. That was hydrofluoric vents into fluorine gas right here and gets added. But then what happens when we have too much fluorine? So fluorine gas vents into olefins. Olefins vent into diesel. Diesel overflows into just getting torched. So that's how it leaves the system entirely. And we have now completely solved that problem, and that hanging issue is taken care of. So both of these guys over here, the purples, are done. After that, I think for my last trick, oh no, I also put in a hydrogen chloride vent because it was jamming up a whole bunch of stuff over here because we couldn't get rid of waste hydrogen chloride. So I put in a hydrogen chloride destroyer right here, which will take the hydrogen chloride, break it back down into hydrogen and chlorine, both of which have their own individual vents associated with them. So that is the end of that problem. And then lastly, before I got tired, I did, what was this? Ammonium chloride. I put that down, and that's one of the additives that we're going to need to process nickel. One of the last ones, I think. And it's been added into the system too, and then added into the alarm system. So that is good. That has cleared the way. Next episode for doing aeroflot, cryolic acid, making native heat pipe so that we can make some of these coal plants without having to run around and build things by hand. And then I want a drill head factory up here. And that should honestly be about half an episode. So the back half of the next episode will probably be the beginning of nickel processing. And that will be just fine, except for this. This is in the way. It's going to cause me problems. I want to use it. I'm going to use this to get this ore. I'm going to get this ore. That ore is mine. Give me that ore. But not like this. I really want to get drill heads up and running in here too. So I don't like it that I bound the north factory to the south a little tighter by importing skin. I have to cut a cord somewhere to keep the balance, and that's going to be drill heads. Anyway, that's all I did today. Thank you very much for watching. Talk to you all later. Bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye.